How I feel about prophecy is it comes alive when you're able to step in and walk in it and see it manifest and unfold. My mom's been telling us about the prophetic since 1986. She said, there's this minister that just opens up the world, makes it new, but also shows you how to walk in it, how to step into it and make it manifest for you. And my sister and I were like, really? Could this be real? Is this for real? She said, yes, trust me, it can happen. And so we sowed a seed and we were able to experience a prophetic word, but so live and so true that we were in awe. How could someone that never met us know so much about us? That was amazing to me. I literally sat there for days saying, maybe he talked to Ma. Maybe he spoke to her, because how could he even know? I don't know him. And so I think for me it was, because we were almost sort of prepared for it, we embraced it with an open-heartedness and with an open-mindedness, you know, sort of ready for whatever. But also, I think we just did not prepare ourselves enough for the awe factor. Oh my goodness. He actually knows it for real. It was exciting. The master prophet prophesied to me that if I go back into my past, I would remember how fearless I used to be. And it was so true, because I think I wasn't sure at what point I stopped being fearless and stopped just making moves and stopped shaking. And he just brought me back, so it made me really reflect back on who I was and the things I used to do. And I said, but how could he even know what I used to do? Because I never told anybody how I used to make moves and how I used to do certain things with my life. I would just do it. Just because I just had no thought, I would just say, oh, I want to do such and such, and just do it. And I stopped doing that, and I didn't realize that I had stopped. I thought I was still in that same flow, but I really, some fear had slipped in somewhere. And he mentioned that. And he said, you will now be known as the fearless one. And it made me really think. I said, well, what made me stop being so fearless? When did this happen? So I think with that revelation, he allowed me to just go back in time for a minute and really think about myself and really think about who I was and why it is I'm not doing the things that I would like to do. I know what I would like to do, but before I would just do it. Take a chance, take a risk, you know? But something had stepped in, that fear crept in really. That's what I can name it now and say that fear crept in and crippled me for a second. It made me not as fearless as I used to be. So that word was really important to me, to give me a chance to reflect, but also to see that there was something there that was blocking me. I went from doing accounting in corporate and still doing hair, because I love hair. I love every aspect of hair. I love the way my clients look after they're done. I love the dialogue that we have, which has now become a ministry for me. That Bishop said, explore your ministry. And I was like, where's this ministry where I'm gonna be in a church? I'm gonna be preaching? What? But he said, I didn't know that my daily dialogue with my clients would be my ministry. That was amazing. Also, he said to get into marketing and get into opening up the business more, which is something I had a fear of, you know, because marketing means a lot of people are gonna know. And that in itself had me at a setback for a minute. Oh, everybody's gonna know now. But you know, once you get the word, it puts you in a preparation kind of zone, so you're not so anymore. You're more like, okay, let's see what happens. You still have that little bit of fear, but it's not as intense. It's more, you can just go with the flow more, you know. So now the business has quadrupled, I would say. Now I'm on the third stage of getting my own building, you know, and setting up programs for my clients. I'm also traveling now to go to my clients that are out of town, which is something I was scared to do before, being in Brooklyn, you know, having my Brooklyn family, you know, coming to see me get that service done. And now I'm fine, I'm good. I'm like, okay, Atlanta, I'm coming to you guys. Okay, Boston, I'm coming to you guys. You know, and it's opened up my view, my lenses have opened up quite a bit. Every day, I read, Bishop sends these newsletters out, and every day I read it, I'm like, I just thought that, but what is happening? I just had that thought, and it just hits right on the head every time. Even if I say it or I don't say it, even if I think it, it's there. And that's the power of prophecy.